Let's just zhuzh up my hair. Make myself look respectable. Have a little drinks. And let's do it. Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 7 of the Miss Ally Makes podcast. I am your host, Ally, and I live on the east coast of Australia with my amazing husband and our 3 superstar cherubs. You can find me on Instagram as ally.nicoll or on Ravelry as Miss Ally BJams21. And it is really lovely to have you. I'd like to welcome everybody, any new viewers to my podcast, and also, of course, a big happy snuggly hello to any returning viewers. Thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to hang out and chat crafting with me. So this podcast is a knitting, crochet, yarny, crafty podcast, and it is all about living the most craftiest life as possible, right? So it is September, the something or other, I don't even know. I'll insert it because I don't even think it really matters, but whatevs. It is the September school holidays here in Australia, so we are heading into our spring season. The sun is out, the weather is getting warmer, and it is certainly a lovely, it's probably my favorite season, I think, because it's kind of not super hot, but it's sort of, the days are longer, and you can tell that summer is on its way. And that makes me feel really good because I love the summer months. I have got, I wonder if that was that's it. I mean, really. Never work with nature or kids. Isn't that what they say? Anyway, I love the warmer months. It is where I live in Australia. It's not super cold, so we don't get snow, and exactly like right where I live. You can certainly, snow is probably, I don't know, maybe a 6 or so hour drive away from me, but I love the fact that it's not super cold. So I actually have a chronic pain disorder. I have fibromyalgia as a result of a car accident that I had quite some years ago, and so it plays a little bit of havoc on my body, and so I'm really thankful that I don't live in a really super cold place, because my joints and my muscles, when they get cold, they stiffen up, and so that then causes pain. But for me, I am an all year round crafter, and I find as well that crafting really does help me with my chronic pain issue, and also I guess my own anxiety levels and things as well. I don't know about you guys, but crafting is a way that I can keep my hands busy, and that helps to keep me distracted from whatever's going on, or it helps me just to maintain a sort of a calmer pace. I wanted to say a big shout out to my lovely friend Melissa from Honey Bee Knits podcast. If you don't already follow her, please press pause right now and go and follow her. I'll leave the links below. She actually said to me this morning, because we had our fortnightly knit night with Levi from WTF Knitting and Lorianne from Arkansas Yarn. Do you love how I said it, Lorianne? Arkansas. That's right, isn't it? Your little Aussie friend over here said it right and didn't sound like a ding-dong. I hope not, anyway. But we were having our fortnightly knit night, which I cannot tell you how much I absolutely love and treasure and look forward to. And this morning, Melissa gave me a bit of a kick up the pants and said, "Get recording, girl, because it's time for a new podcast." I have been a little bit slack. It has been an absolutely terrible winter in Australia, I have been smashed really badly with bugs. My whole family have. It's like the bug that keeps on giving. We just keep sharing it around. Sharing is caring, right? And I've never ever had problems with my tonsils before, but I've actually had 2 bouts of tonsillitis pretty much back to back over the last, must have been just after our last podcast. I got the second round of tonsillitis and my throat literally closed over and I could not swallow, and I had to have antibiotics again, and I had to have a course of steroids again to shrink my tonsils. So I'm really hoping and prayerful that I don't actually have to get them out or anything. Like, I've never ever had problems before, so I'm just really prayerful that, you know, we've kind of seen the end of it. And the other thing is that we actually haven't had any really good rain, like soaking rain, for quite some time over here in Australia. And so that also helps the bugs to kind of incubate and grow and manifest and, you know, spread everywhere. So fingers crossed for some good soaking rain soon. But anyway, sorry about that little ramble. Yes, Melissa from Honeybee Knits, I am recording and it is happening. So, okay, so what I'm going to talk about is I've got a couple of finished objects. And when I say a couple, they're sort of finished objects by default because I forgot that I had them. Does that happen to anyone else? Like, we have this monstrous amount of whips, and then every now and then you stumble across something and you go, oh, I'm just nearly finished that. I'll just quickly, you know, that was me. So I've got my bits and pieces here next to me in a clothes basket, because isn't that how everybody podcasts? I'm so profesh. Hello. Anyway, so these beautiful socks are my Strawberry Fields socks. So this is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it is a gorgeous, actually patterned sock. The pattern is by Amber from Maker's Haven, and she is just beautiful and delightful. So a big hello and to her. So I made these socks. These are obviously shorty socks, and I came across them the other day, and I literally had the ribbing on one to go. So I thought, get serious, Ali. Get that done right now. So that night I did the last bit of the ribbing. So it's just a 2x2 rib, and I do Judy's super stretchy bind off, and I do toe up socks, I do Judy's magic cast on, and I do fish lips kiss heel. So this yarn is this gorgeous speckly yarn is by Natural Fibre Arts. It's an Aussie dyer. I will leave her link below, her information below. And it is called Kiss by a Rose. And the green was a Sock Club yarn from Hannah from Circus Tonic Handmade. So that's another Aussie dyer. And I was in her Sock Club this year, at the beginning of the year. So these lovely shorty socks are going to be wrapped up and given to my sister-in-law because it was her birthday this past week. So happy birthday, Miss Regina. My life is so much better because you are in it, and I love you to bits. And these gorgeous socks are going to be yours. There's something really lovely, and correct me if I am wrong, as I take another sip of my drive-through Coke. Yeah, I know. It's not super... Look, it's just a treat, okay? Whatever. The thing that I love about crafting is the ability to give somebody a present that is handmade and so filled with love. Does anybody else have that same feeling? Because I just cannot you can't buy stuff from the shop that's filled with love like this. And I know that every time she wears the socks, she'll think of me. And so, you know, and I really love her. I am not lucky enough to have my own sister by blood, but she's my sister in love. I call her, not my sister-in-law. And yeah, I just love her to bits. So I really wanted to gift her a pair of socks for her birthday because I love her. So that's pretty much the reason that I want to do that. So that's one of my finished objects by default. So like I said, like I literally had an inch to go on the ribbing and I was like, seriously, Ali, get it together. Oh my goodness. Get those needles out and finish that. Snap, snap. The next is a crochet blankie. I'm not sure whether the colour will blow out super heaps at the moment, but it's gorgeous. I really love it. So obviously I've not woven in all the ends. I will do that, and I'm not sure. I'm hoping if I look here through these little, yep, you should be able to get a good enough. So this is just a really big granny square blanket, and I love to crochet big granny square blankets. I really do it. There's something very therapeutic about it. It really just helps me to kind of settle, and just because I don't have to think about it, it just sort of happens. And this, so for my crochet blankets, as a general rule, I use Stylecraft Special DK yarn. It's an acrylic yarn. It's really affordable, and I do buy it online. I think I've mentioned it before in one of my previous podcasts. I actually have just signed up for the Spicier Life crochet along. It is a crochet blanket by Sandra from Cherry Heart Designs, and if you search that, I'll put her information in the description box below. But if you search that, if you Google Cherry Heart Spicier Life crochet along, you will definitely find it. There is a Facebook group, and there is an Instagram, a hashtag Spicier Life Cal, and I bought I have actually ordered the yarn pack for that. It's a Stylecraft Special DK yarn pack, and it's called Jaipa, I think it's called. Anyway, I will put the picture of the colorway family in this part. But when I was thinking the other day about my podcast and sort of trying to work out a little bit, trying to find my groove, I guess, I really love to crochet. And it's something that I guess I've been neglecting a little bit of because I've spent a lot of time this year learning how to knit socks, and I'd really love to actually knit a shawl that I love and want to follow through with, because I have mentioned that I started a Pure Joy and I got through to wedge 4 and I was just like, didn't really keep my attention, so I sort of put that to the side. So yeah, so that is I'm really excited about starting the crochet along, and I'm pretty sure that the first clue comes out next week. So I don't know that I'm going to really bust my balls to get it done like exactly when the clues come out, but I'm just really going to stop and slow down and really enjoy the process of crocheting the blanket, because it's a lap size blanket, and there's lots of different stitches, and I'm really looking forward to getting going on that. So if you are interested in getting some yarn packs, a yarn pack for that, Black Sheep Wool, which is online, it's a UK, I'm pretty sure it's a UK company. You can order online and they will ship. So I'm in Australia and they ship to me, and I want to say that shipping was about $15, and yeah, so I ordered that. So I digress though, because that's a little bit sad, because I've still got, but this blanket right here is going to be for my mum. I'm going to give it to her. It's a really nice lap blanket. It's one of those nice cuddly ones that you can just snuggle under on the couch. And so I'm going to spend this weekend weaving in the ends, and then I will gift it to her. I think I might put it away and give it to her for Christmas or for her birthday, because both of those are very close together later in the year. What else am I working on? Well, I am working on the second of my harvest socks, but I haven't really made that much progress, so I'm not going to show you what they look like. I am going to endeavour to actually get it together and probably knit the rest of that by the time I podcast next. So I'll have 2 socks. But my project that I'm working on at the moment lives in my beautiful WTF knitting bag. And I was talking to Levi this morning, like I mentioned before, online during our fortnightly knit night, and we were laughing because when he sent me this bag, it didn't actually have a handle. So if you follow his Instagram and you've seen the gorgeous bags that he's got over in his Etsy shop, which, by the way, hold the phone, the man sold out like in less than 24 hours. And so much so that he sold out that, like me, I don't even get a damn bag. I did say to him, I have messaged him and said, hey, I really, really wanted one of those New York mug bags, but he'd run out of fabric. He does have another fabric that I do really like, but anyway, kind of on a bit of a tangent today, sorry. But anyway, this was actually the very first bag that Levi ever made, like as far as knitting sort of to send to people. So I feel very blessed and thanked, you know, and treasured that, so I really love this bag. Anyway, so it doesn't have a handle. He forgot to put the handle on, and he did message me on Instagram and say, do you want me to send the handle separately? So the running joke this morning was that would be great. And I'll like carry the bag and then I'll carry the handle separately, right? Anyway, but in my beautiful WTF knitting bag, which I love, is a crochet, very big crochet square, as you can see. So this, if I can sort it out that I can hold it up so it doesn't look ridiculous, is going to be a present for a very good friend of mine. And isn't the wool really beautiful? Like you can see it's got such, you can actually see when I hold it close, you can see that it's a different yarn. It's actually, this yarn is actually 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. It is a beetle, it's called Beetle. And it's from Spotlight in Australia, which is like Joann's and Michael's in the States. It's just it's like a department store, but that is the label, so Beetle. And like I said, when you actually look at it, like up close, you can see that it's quite thick, and it's probably a little tiny bit stiffer than, you know, just normal like acrylic yarn. Like I think about, this is definitely stiffer. And the reason that I chose this particular yarn is because this is going to be a security blanket, it's going to be a blankie for a very good friend of mine who suffers from anxiety and really to the point that she is very similar to me, because when I get anxious, I find that I really need to do something with my hands just to settle them. And that's why I wanted a yarn that was a little bit more sensory, like it provided a little bit more sensory when you're actually sort of touching it and when you're running your fingers through it, than just the plain old acrylic yarn. I wanted something a little bit more, I don't know whether you'd say harder yarn, but anyway, this is definitely more of a sensory yarn. And so I got the rainbow. So I've just started my second ball. So I'm going to do 2 lots of the rainbow color, and I'm just doing this with my clover hook. Yep, it's a clover hook, and it's just a size 4. It's a G You can just hear my dogs floating about. And then I'm going to do the purple around the outside. Hello, Ruffles. Hello. That's my puppy dog. Yeah, so I'm going to do that around the outside. And this is just going to be, like I said, a security blanket for her. So her and her family, they call it a wrapper. And in my family, we call it a blankie or a binky. Another friend of mine children call it a lovey. So there's lots of different things that you can call. But it's one of those, it's sort of a tougher yarn, and it'll be really nice when you're feeling really anxious and you just want to have something to run in between your fingers to sort of reset your process. That's my dog, Ruffles. Sorry about that. He's making his cameo on the podcast. Anyway, so, and the other thing that we were talking about this morning, which I really wanted to touch on this afternoon during my podcast, was the whole mental health thing. That's my dog. And that we sort of don't really talk about it very much, but for me, I have suffered for lots of years with varying levels of anxiety. Sometimes it has been so bad that I have not left my house for about 8 weeks. And that was really difficult. That was a really difficult time. And I remember finding such comfort in crafting because it just helped my mind to be distracted long enough to find peace, you know? So, yeah, crafting has been such a thing that has provided me with peace. So when my friend said to me, she actually had she already had a blanket, a little blanket that was given to her son when he was born, and then they've sort of used it and loved it, and it sort of disintegrated as it does. And it got so bad, we actually did think about how we could cut it and like sort of so they could both have a piece, and it was going to happen, and then it literally just disintegrated. And so I thought, okay, well, and so when I went to Spotlight the next time, I thought I'm going to just have a look and see what sort of yarns they have available that I might be able to use. And I sent her these, like the pictures of the balls that I'd bought, and she was beside herself with excitement. And so I thought, okay, great, I'm on a winner there. Winner, chicken dinner. Whoop, 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 whoop. And, you know, isn't that so true about crafting, you know, that what we do and how we are able to make things with our hands to gift to other people. So not only does it help me with my own anxiety and just, you know, helps me to be a bit distracted if I need to, and really calms and soothes, but it also becomes a soothing blessing for someone else when you gift them something that they can use as well as a usable gift. So it's like this wonderful thing that it's like a gift that keeps on giving, which I love. So I am working on that. That's what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, let's talk acquisitions. Whoop, 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 whoop. Is that like not the funnest part of podcasting? I mean, really? So I've actually got, I'm going to show you, I've got a couple of skeins of yarn that I bought from some of my favourite Aussie dyers that I'm going to share. And I also bought some fabric the other day from Spotlight. And this is going to be, I'm going to make some very sweet little Christmas treats for my niches, right? Who says that? Oh, the beautiful lady from Ruby Moss Cottage. Hello to you. I'm sure you don't watch, but if you did, oh my word, I love your podcast. And she says that these are her niches. So they're her knitting niches. So anyway, I'm going to make, like seriously, let's just not even talk about it for a second. I mean, really, is this not the cutest Christmas fabric that you have ever seen? Like, really. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I'm going to make Christmas treats. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I know it seems so ridiculous to be talking about Christmas, but it's actually not that far away. And I love Christmas. It's like my favorite season of the year. I love the whole thing. I can't even. My goodness, it's so great. Anyway, so this is what I got. I'm going to make some Christmas treats for my niches. And I also, I came across a new dyer who actually doesn't live too far from me. I think she probably lives around about an hour north of me, where I'm at the moment. And can we just say for a moment, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. It's sort of blowing out a little bit, but like, how gorgeous, right? So this is Fibre Lily. This is the dyer, Fibre Lily. She has an Etsy shop and she will ship anywhere in the world. This is her Aussie sock base. So it is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It is 420 meters, 100 grams, and it is called Carnivale. And it is like, the speckling is divine. And you know what? You guys know how much I love speckles. I hope that the baby magpie is not so noisy that it's annoying. But like, seriously, I'm trying to podcast here, Mr. Magpie. Hello? Did they not get the memo? Really? Anyway, so this is Carnivale, which is just so beautiful, and it's such a lovely, it feels really, really nice. And the second yarn that I bought was called Peachy. And it is just gorgeous. That's very, very true to colour right there. So again, it's on her Aussie sock base, which is 80/20. And it is really, that's bad, isn't it? Sorry. It's just gorgeous. So a really huge shout out to Kylie from Fibre Lily. She is lovely, really lovely. So go follow her on Instagram and also check out her Etsy shop. She does have regular updates. And beautiful Julie from Smudged Yarn just knows how much I love, love, love her yarns. And oh my gosh, I cannot even get over how blinking amazing this smell. Like, the best smelling yarn I've ever smelled. Anyway, this gorgeousness is called Pistachio. And if you actually have a look up there, you will see the beautiful speckling, and there's little orange pops in there, and it is just delicious. And this is her cozy sock base. So it's 75/25, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it is 100 grams. And it is really lovely, and I love it. See how you get this cute little lip, like progress keeper, like her logo. So she is also on Etsy, and she knows that I love her very much. So a big hello to Julie. You are flippin' amazing. And last but not least at all is my other lovely friend Vanessa from My Creative Garage. She has a podcast as well, so I'm sure that you should absolutely 100% go and check that if you have not already. Sorry for the crinkling. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. Levi keeps saying to me, don't say sorry, just go, look, I owned it. I've been shopping and this is what the sound is. But she, Vanessa, had a podcast, a recent podcast, it must have been last week, and she had a new shop update. So if you have not already gone over, check out her shop. I know. Gorgeous. So this is called Dipped in Chocolate. And they are 75/25, so 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. They are 6 20-gram balls, skeins, And they are gorgeous and so soft and squishy. She has got such a lovely soft and squishy base. So these are just really beautiful. So, I mean, that's like the purple. And there's yellow, really bright yellow. It's probably a little bit, oh! How good am I at this whole infomercial thing? Seriously. My gosh. Get sorted, Ali. Oh my goodness. So I think what I'm going to do is make a pair of socks, I think. And because she actually, down the bottom, there's just a chocolate, like it's just plain chocolate. So I actually thought that might be kind of nice for heels, toes and cuffs. And then you could have like the various colours sort of through. And you could actually have a matching but not matching pair of socks. I actually really love socks that are the same but different. And I know that there are so many people, especially I've watched tons and tons of podcasts where people that actually are knitting socks and really do very well at, you know, making sure that everything matches, like exactly. But I kind of like that it's a little bit different and it's not the same, because you can't really buy same if it's handmade, right? It's not like you can go to the supermarket and buy 45 pairs of Christmas socks or polka dot socks or whatever, because they actually are handmade and they're different. So I really love that about handmade socks. So I've been working on a few bags and things of late because I am putting together some care packages for some friends of mine, and I wanted to do like a prototype bag, I suppose, just so that I wanted to see what it would look like before I made our other bags. So without further ado, because this is so cute, look at this. Oh my goodness. Let me just actually, it's been standing up on my table because I just wanted to see, I wanted to take some photos of it, but like really, oh my goodness, how gorgeous is this? So it's this really cute little rainbows and unicorns and super pretty, and I've got a denim top and bottom, and it's zipper top, and it's got just a lining, a stripy lining, like a plaid lining. And so to celebrate the fact that I have got over 100 subscribers, seriously, I can't believe it, really. I think it's so incredible. So because I've got over 100 subscribers, yes, there's going to be a giveaway. This is the giveaway. So you want to win it, right? Of course you do. How do you win it? You must, of course, like this video and subscribe to my channel, because hello, who doesn't want to be hanging out with Miss Ally Makes? Hello. And you just need to leave a comment below about anything. You can say hi. Please make sure that they're nice comments. The other thing that we were talking about this morning at our knit night is the surgence of crazy trolls on the internet saying not nice things about people. So please make sure that your comments are nice. And you could win this. So I will ship anywhere in the world, the bag, because I'm nice like that. So yeah. I can't believe I've got over 100 subscribers. It's so funny because when I started podcasting, I actually didn't think anybody would watch my videos. And I have been like full on blown away by the amazing people that have connected with me. Like I said, I'm on Instagram. Please, that's where I'm most active. Please head over and connect with me over there. I would love, I'd love to connect with as many crafty people as possible. And I also wanted to say a really big thank you to everybody that has reached out to send in prizes for the podcast. If you would like to send a prize in for the podcast, that would be awesome and I would love it. Again, that is That is Mr. Ruffles doing his thing. You can message me on Instagram, and I would love, love, love to chat with you, because it's just incredible to think that people want to donate prizes and things, you know, for the podcast. It's amazing. So thank you. Big thank you for that. The other exciting news is I have a coupon code, because who doesn't love to go shopping? And the reason that I love to go shopping on Etsy is because you can do it in your pajamas at like 3 a.m. in the morning if you can't sleep. No, husband, I did not do that. I did. Sorry. When I had tonsillitis, I was literally awake the whole night because I could not swallow, and I felt so miserable and I felt so terrible. So what do you do when that happens? You go shopping, because for an instant second it makes you feel better, and then you remember that you can't swallow and you feel like crap again. But the wonderful and lovely and glorious Melissa from Honeybee Knits podcast, she has an Etsy store, which is honeybeenknitsco.etsy.com. She is offering a coupon for any one of the Miss Ally Makes viewers. So all you need to do is go to her shop, her Etsy shop, and you just type out, you put in the coupon code ally10, and that is it. You get 10% off. And who doesn't love a deal? Oh my goodness, I love a deal. I'm like that person that refuses to pay full price for anything, because hello. And there is something so much more sweeter about when you buy something that's on a deal. Are you with me? Like, really? Are you? Because, just saying. So don't forget, subscribe, like the video, comment below, leave a nice comment about something, whatever you like, and you will go in the draw to win this lovely bag, all about rainbows and unicorns, because there's so much, you know, there's so much terrible stuff going on in the world, and, you know, so it's really nice to spend time with people knitting and crafting and, you know, just hanging out. This is why I love the podcasting community. Seriously, I've been blown away by the amazing friendships that I have made just through podcasting and through, you know, the knitting community. So if you are a crafty person and if you think that you might want to start a podcast, totally just get going on it. Really, just get going on it, because you will kick yourself and you will be thinking, oh my gosh, why did I not start this before? Why did I wait so long? Because it's like there's so many amazing people out there that just are waiting to connect with you. And the thing that I love, and I've mentioned this before on a previous podcast, I get to do knit night once a fortnight with people that live on the other side of the world. And so it's their night time and it's my morning time, and we get to chat knitting and yarn and life and laugh our heads off. Literally laugh to the point that I almost peed myself today. And I'm just going to be very real and honest, because that's what I am. But I completely was in my element, and I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, how blessed am I that I'm part of this community, that we can connect with each other on the complete other side of the world. So seriously, if I can encourage you guys, please press record, get yourself out there, talk to the camera, talk to your phone, talk to your iPad. It doesn't need to be any zhuzh fancy thing. Just talk and talk and connect, because everyone has something that they can bring a positive spin into this community, and there's so much amazing people that are just waiting to connect in with you. So I think that's probably enough dribbling from me. I mean, I can dribble for ages and ages and ages. Ask my niches. So like I said, I am on Instagram. Please head on over and request me over there if you've not already. A really huge thank you to everyone that already follows and subscribes and likes my podcast. Please share it out with your crafty friends, because let's build the knitting community. And I just wanted to say as well a really huge thank you to Melissa for busting my butt this morning on our knit night and getting me back into this whole podcasting thing. So I am planning on, and I say planning very loosely, but again, I'm sort of going to run with a 2-week schedule. It's kind of easier for me. I know that it is, like I said, it's coming into spring. The days are getting a little bit longer. I will have a little bit more time to get some podcasting done. But I really just love the whole thing of what podcasting means. It has become a really big part of my life, and, you know, the community that I have discovered from podcasting has been a real blessing. So if you already have not and want to, get going on a podcast, because you're not going to regret it, I promise. So I wanted to say a really huge thank you. That was my dog floating past again. Remember, don't work with nature, because I got swooped with something before, or animals, because they just keep floating in and out. Oh my goodness. And I wanted to just say a really big thank you to everybody who watched. I hope that this has been really enjoyable, and if not, keep scrolling, because I'm sure you'll find another podcaster that you really like. But I hope that you have an amazing, amazing day. Don't forget to find me on Instagram if you have not already. Don't forget to comment below so that you can win the very cute magical rainbows and unicorns bag. Happy crafting. Big love to you guys. See you in a couple of weeks.